I think it's pretty obvious that sports aren't really my strong suit, along with anything that has to do with a form of athletic activity. Because of this, I became extremely lazy and I was always picked last for sports. I mean, yeah, I was hurt, but what am I really gonna do about that? Well, if sports weren't your strong suit, then what was, I hear none of you ask. Although I'm gonna answer the question anyway. It was a lot of other activities. There may or may not have been other times where I willingly participated in other things. And even those were a little bit few and far between, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, let's jump down this rabbit hole and see what I'm gonna be getting myself into. Starting with my first experience with non-athletic competition. Alright, let's say this. You're bored in 3rd grade. Every time during indoor recess, you slowly dissolve into thin air because of how bored you are. That is, until your friend whips out his cards. His Pokemon cards, alright? I don't know why, but a lot of people in the 3rd grade really liked Pokemon. Well, technically, it started in the 2nd grade, but no one really used the cards. Maybe these people are just like a hive mind or something. Now, I want you to remember, we were all 3rd graders. We were extremely stupid, and we did not know how trading cards worked. So instead, my brilliant 3rd grade class had the idea of making the most unfair, unbalanced, and broken battle systems in a card game. They made it bad by implementing a dodge mechanic, meaning that I can dodge any attack that I want for an infinite amount of times with no consequences. Good game design. Good game design. Oh, also, the rules never applied to me. It was only my opponent, so I lost. A lot. I might as well also mention the golden currency of Pokemon cards in my class. They were EX cards, half cards, giant cards, or EX half giant cards. I didn't have any of these cards. I had pretty bad cards, but I liked them. So even if we removed the BS custom battle system, I still would have lost. Okay, anyway, this whole fad lasted for about 5th grade, when it started to die out, and that was only because our principal banned them. We were never given a reason as to why. We just couldn't use them anymore. That was nice. Okay, so now disregarding Pokemon, I was invited to a Smash Bros. Tournament. Obviously with the fact that I knew about this, I trained for like 1 day, and even then, it was in a really short session. Like, 2 rounds. And on top of that, I mained Kirby, so you can tell that I was prepared for this. The first game I won, the second one I lost, it was put into loser's bracket, and then I lost again, which ultimately made me lose the tournament. When I got home, I continued training on the god-awful online connection without a LAN adapter. This whole thing transpired for about, I'd say, a year, until I got burnt out and quit, and I didn't really want to enter any more tournaments. To be honest, I still kind of feel that way. Like, don't get me wrong, I still play Smash competitively, but not as much as I used to. Oh yeah, and I got like 10 times worse. I kind of forgot that. Okay, so these are competitive games that I can win sometimes, and these are competitive games that I can never win. Now what's the difference between these games, you might be asking? The fact that these are multiplayer and the fact that these are Battle Royale. You want more evidence? I'm not gonna show you. But what I will do is use lag and bad internet as a scapegoat to why I keep losing a lot. Okay, remember field day? That one day dedicated to stuff like exercise and training? Such classic activities like the potato sack race, baton marathons, tug-of-war, and volleyball. Now I want you to take the meaning of field day as a whole and then crank it up to 11. By doing that, you create a little something called Color Wars. Color Wars was a 2-day event at my summer camp in which people of all ages participate in a variety of sports to compete. And whoever wins gets bragging rights. Color Wars is usually divided into 6 teams. The team colors are red, green, blue, black, pink, and white. And for every year, I was in the pink team, except for 1 year when I joined the red team because Cup was in there. I had a problem. Anyway, the minigames were trivia, tug-of-war, relay races, dodgeball, wall sits, planks, and probably some other one that I'm forgetting. Every category you won was based on points, and whoever gathered the most gets bragging rights. Like I said before, were you paying attention? I mean, I wasn't paying attention at one point. Seriously, one time I broke down in tears because no one was cheering my name after we won a minigame. I don't know why I said that, I just wanted to sprinkle in some of my petty doings. Will I compete in some of the more fun stuff like I did in the past? Short answer, yes. Long answer, while I wanted to complete certain things like Color Wars, I don't want to do anything related to sports. About a year ago, I think I mentioned the same thing under the lines of, and I quote, "Whenever I took a sport, I just quit after a year because it wasn't fun." And yes, while I still kinda share that same sentiment as I did a year ago, that's not really gonna stop me from competing in a bunch of stuff that's not related to sports. Like, zero at all.